I don't know why you're laughing, Chuckles.
Hey! What up, baby? What's going on? The Most Notorious Podcast is back. Yo, I got my boy, a.k.a. 401 RaiderJeff, all the way to the left. What's going on, baby?
What's
up? Yo, the world-famous Cheeto Prada in the middle, coming all the way from Las Vegas. He's back home.
Yeah,
he was in Las Vegas, Nevada, in Camarillo. Yeah. And then we had 401 RaiderJeff in Pittsburgh, and you guys were at a bunch of events this weekend, man.
And where was your ass?
Working.
Like, Mr. Let's go support the nation. And you know what I've noticed, Jeff? He only goes out when it's his events.
What event is? What are you talking about?
Right.
My event.
Right. Or his people. Because he flew his ass all the way to Texas.
Ask also, I had never even met him before. I had met him, but not he. I was
what like, up, Myra? Well, shout out to my homegirl Myra. Yeah, area repping out there in Pittsburgh. I saw you, girl. I saw you. I heard my shirts were out there for the world to be seen, and huge shout out to Myra.
There's some in my
huge shout out to Myra for making that happen. Huge shout out to Mario MC Raider for making that happen. Yes.
Myra's friend had one of those on. Adam from LV Gear had that
he ordered one
shirt on also. So I took a picture of him with it on. So
that's the one you sent me, right? Yeah.
As soon as I saw him that day of the draft, he opened up his vest on the
That's dope.
Myra was on a special mission on Thursday.
Oh, I'm sure. I've been out with Myra. I've hung out with Myra. I've been with Myra in Chicago twice already. So yes.
Well, she was like she says to me at one point, she goes, "I'm like stone cold sober." I said, because I'm referring to 805 Chris and Severe. I'm like, it's like her trying to corral toddlers. She goes, "Yeah, I'm trying to keep them straight and together, and let's keep going." So she had to stay straight. It was kind of funny. But yeah, it was fun meeting her again. I saw her in Philly last year. So
right.
Well, shoot, you guys are getting right into it. So Jeff, tell me, man, how's Pittsburgh?
City's not bad. If you're driving around in it, you got to really pay attention to where you are. It's supposedly someone there said that it's the city with the most bridges in the world. There's like 400 bridges in the entire city. The city's split between three rivers, which hence remember Three River Stadium. So, but yeah, it was fun. I mean, we had a blast. Obviously, there were a shit ton of Steeler fans there. Raider Nation was very well represented. There were a ton of Raider fans there. But we had a blast. I mean, I got to meet people I'd never met before. I got to see people I haven't seen since last season.
What the fuck?
What are you doing?
That's the whole thing in Pittsburgh when they play Renegade and they wave the towel.
Oh yeah. And that was the other thing, that the yellow towels at the draft on Thursday. You think you see a lot in the stadium? That is nothing compared to what it was. Think about it: 300 and something thousand people there on Thursday, and if say 60% of them were Steeler fans, that's a lot. That's close to like more than the capacity of the stadium. So it was insane. There were hardly any clouds. It was in like the mid 80s on Thursday and Friday. So
I saw that. Yeah, it was pretty warm for Pittsburgh. Yeah.
And then Saturday it dropped down into the 40s and rained. So, but it was definitely. I would tell anybody that's never been to the draft, and if it's anywhere close to where you can go, I'd go.
I think we're getting it back in like 3 years. I think it's Vegas again. Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
I know next year it's in Washington D.C. Dawn and I today we're already looking at hotels.
Yeah.
That good of an experience, huh?
Yeah, and I've been to D.C. a couple of different times, so I kind of know my way around D.C. a little bit better. But yeah, it's a once in a lifetime type experience. If you've never gone or you'll only get one chance, do it.
Well, for the draft?
Yeah. It's different. It's totally different. Because think about it. When you go to a football game, it's just our team, the Raiders, and whoever they're playing against. Here, you've got fans from every single team. So you're talking to fans from all different. I mean, people from traveled internationally to come to this. Yeah. You see a ton of people. So I mean, Dawn was like an awesome promoter for me. She was walking around, handing out my stickers, talking to people. I'd be filming something or taking pictures. I can hear her behind me talking to people, passing my stickers out. So shout out to her, man. She worked her ass off out there.
Was she using her nice Dawn voice or the one I heard earlier today?
Oh yeah,
no, Lord.
Her nice.
Jesus, I had never heard her like that. Like, oh man, she's mad today, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Shout out Lisa. What's up, girl? Shout out to my homegirl Lisa. TBH Inland Empire in the house.
Yo, so Chido, you go to Camarillo. I saw you at the whole thing on Tuesday where you meet Fernando Mendoza. How was the environment, man? How was it like seeing that going from Camarillo? Because you see the first round draft pick. Like, what's the fans' reaction? I know what Jeff's reaction was, right? Fucking probably threw something through the wall. But what was the other fans' reactions? What were the feelings inside in Camarillo and inside of the facility in Henderson?
Well, in Camarillo, everyone was excited. Of course, we were throwing out there that could happen trades. Even on the drive up, my girlfriend was just listening to me and the homie Sal talk about it. So when people asked her, they're like, "Oh, it's for sure." She goes, "No, we could trade back," and she didn't know, but that's just what you heard on the car. So she was keeping that going as well. Right. But I mean, obviously it was written on the wall, 99.5% chance, it was Mendoza all along. Even during the live, I was like, he's not picking up his phone. I don't see Mendoza on his phone. Right. But they were ecstatic, bro. That's why I wish I didn't take the condensed mic that blocks off the background noise. Because in the video, when they're showing it, you see everyone yelling, but you can't hear them. So I wish I would have just put the regular mic on so you can hear. But man, they came out strong. They came out big, bro. It was awesome for them. And then obviously Vegas the next day, it was exciting. We knew at that point we were gonna meet Fernando Mendoza, so we were hyped. Got to the facility, saw a bunch of our peeps out there. Shout out to Love Luck, Israel. Shout out to Izzy. Shout out to Angel Dartmouth. He was out there. Our homegirl Raquel met us there. She was there with Chona. I saw our boy Mike Millennial. I saw him out there. Everyone just was excited just to meet Fernando. We were all sitting there patient, waitingly. Total reaction, different reaction though when they announced the second round pick.
That's what we're gonna get into. Yeah, we're gonna get into
reaction.
That.
Yeah, total complete different reaction. I think Chona swears that some people left right after that. You did see it get a little bit thinner there, but maybe they just got because it was open since 3, right? So we didn't meet Fernando till like 6. But I will tell you this, and having met the kid, having seen him, having felt the energy, I am a Fernando maniac now. I am now king of the Nandalorians, dog.
Wow.
I am a huge fan of him now, especially when he went up there. And he said, saludos a mi gente, vamos Raiders. Like, that's where he got me, dog. That was where he got me. So, shout out to Fernando, his family. It was cool to see them out there. So, yeah, man, it was dope. It was a lot of fun. I hadn't been to Vegas since the last game, since the Chiefs game. So, it was cool being back in Vegas, even if it was just for one day. Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. And Jay Downs with a little money, with a little dinero. He gets us, what is it called? A super chat.
What does that say? Dawn's
This is
ass?
because I said she worked her ass off. I was worked right off Dawn's body. Thank you for the super chat there, Dawn's ass.
That was so awkward, bro. I was like, why is have his wife's name up there with ass? Like, yeah.
Chido, I need a VP of the I need to be Fernando's what? The VP of the Fernando fan club?
Oh, because Jason's the president of the Fernando fan club. Yeah.
Welcome to the team, Chido, with big luck.
Man,
everybody.
I always said it. I will talk crap. I will question it. But the minute they throw on that Raider jersey, they're a Raider, right?
Yeah, that's just that you got to support him because again, if he does bad, the team does bad, and I'm tired of it. So he's here. Deal with it. I'm all for it at this point. I don't want him to fail.
Right.
He'll be out of the league in 4 years.
But wow. I will say this though. People were like, "Did you feel it? Could you see it?" I'm like, "Bro, all I did was a meet and greet. Like, we won't know until he gets on the field. Like, it's still too soon to be like, you can see it though." And I'm like, he great personality, like great person, yeah. But we still need to show it on the field, basically. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, and you said, they asked you about that feeling, but you got converted over. You had some sort of like to him because you got converted, right? So you said, "Hey, man, I like the personality. I heard that he has those positive personality traits, right? Where like he's very likable. So it shows that if he won you over, Chido, I'm sure, bam.
That and the fact that they did not play ABBA when he came out, and I remember specifically telling Shauna and Raquel, like, if they play ABBA, bro, I'm leaving. Because right before that, they were playing like all kinds of like classic 80s, 90s rock, bro. Like we were all just like John Bon Jovi, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, right before he came out. So then right when everything went quiet, we knew it was come. And then they played Enter Sandman as he came out. And I think if anything, that kept me hype. Music keeps you going. So that got me hype as he was coming out. And, high-fiving everybody, kissing the babies, all that stuff. Yeah, man. It was dope.
Can I just ask a question, Leo? When he came out on stage, did he have a halo above his head?
Oh my God!
I saw something, but because
did he come out and bless everybody?
Because I'm Mexican, I'm a little biased. I could have seen the Virgin Mary in a tortilla, So for me, it's a little different. My eyes just me programmed differently, But I did see something of what resembled like a halo. Yes.
Okay. So. I know you asked him what the reaction was. I could tell you where I was. I know somebody asked me when I did a live Sunday night.
Okay.
What the reaction was. I honestly didn't really have a reaction because I was just so involved in watching Severe's 805 and Chris's reaction because I wanted to make sure I got it on film. And I got 805s, and this was 805 they announced the pick, and he's standing with a beer in his hand. They announced the pick, and he's just like, just a blank stare, like he had no emotion. And then Chris is over there yelling out, "We got a goddamn dry bologna sandwich. That's what we got. We got a."
He did not say dry bologna sandwich, bro. Jesus.
It was funny, and then Myra, she was ragging on him, and oh my God, it was funny to watch them and their reactions. Right. I knew it was going to be him, obviously, so it was like, yeah, it is what it is. What are you going to do? The funny thing is, though, if you watch Brian Fowler's video when they announced the draft pick for Mendoza, when they're just getting ready to announce it, and it says the Raiders are on, whatever Goodell says, you can hear a guy right next to him yelling, "Trade the pick!" And he wasn't near us. He was way on the other side, opposite us, but you could hear someone say, "They're trading the pick." It's like, that's funny.
That was me all the way from Camarillo.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, hey, man, we all know what happens. Hey, first round, we draft Fernando Mendoza, and this is kind of the video that they put out for him.
With the first pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza.
Mendoza wins his way first and goal. Diving toward the end zone. Touchdown! That's why he won the Heisman Trophy.
He possesses everything that you want to see in your quarterback.
Mendoza ends up.
He keeps getting back up. Just a great competitor.
As a future with Mendoza look bright for Raider Nation.
Never have I seen such a controversial first pick, man.
Why was it controversial?
Because for me, it was like this. You had people on both sides. People that wanted to trade back. People that wanted to draft them.
No, you didn't.
No,
you're telling me Jeff didn't want to trade back?
No,
yeah, you're talking about very few people. Yeah,
the 20%, right?
Not even 20.
You don't think it was 20?
Not even 20. I don't even think it was 5%, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Raider Nation, I think, was divided by at maybe 10% at the most wanted to trade out of that, and 90% wanted him.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. Very few people saying, "Let's go for a trade."
There was nothing controversial. We made it controversial talking about it up here and opening your eyes up to
that's
options.
correct. Yeah, I'll give you that because it's more the podcasters, the people that were online, right, on YouTube, like us, that were like, hey, we need to trade this pick back. We need to make different moves. And there are also some journalists that came out and said, hey, you know what? Some are a journalist.
And he did not come out looking stupid, because where did Tyson end up going?
No, he didn't. He came up. I'll tell you what, that gave him some validity because of where he got picked. He got picked at number 16. Nobody expected him to go at 16.
And the Rams traded up to go get him. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this: out of the whole first round,
What's up?
what was the most shocking for you guys? I know that Ty Simpson going at 13 is a shocker, and I know that the Vikings pick of
you know what was shocking, but it wasn't. It was the fact of how much emphasis a lot of the fan base was putting on their big boards, right? They were pounding that Caleb's down was the best player in the fucking draft, right? That Caleb's down was this Caleb. And what? How far did Caleb Downs fall?
11.
Dallas at what? 12?
11 or 12. Yeah, right in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that to me is the interesting part, because and I think that was the part where I was trying to portray, that as much as we want to make our boards, those are our opinions and our thoughts and our insights. They will never be like the team, right? Whatever team it was, whether it was Dallas, the Giants, people were surprised the Giants passed up on Downs, right? They were surprised that Arizona, in a heavy running back already team, took Jeremiah Love with number 3, right? So it's just those things that you think into but it's those things you take into consideration that are like, oh yeah, of course he's going, like he's the best player. But was he?
Arvell Reese slipping as far as he did kind of surprised me as well, because he slipped out of the top 5.
Yeah.
You know, to go at 7, I was like, ooh.
But it was surprising, but then it wasn't, because his position was still, well, what is he going to be? Because he wasn't that pass rushing specialist, you know, the way David Bailey was. Yeah.
Yeah. No, correct. But everybody had predicted him to be a top 5. You know, and like I think I didn't see him on any board. And this is what's so crazy, right? It's like you said, Cheeto, we all have these big boards in the way that we imagine things. And this draft felt nothing like I've ever seen before.
What do you mean?
Like, whoa, people were like, whoa, this guy got drafted so high. This guy's slipping so far down. Like Caleb Down slipping to 11. Right?
You probably have never seen that before, because I don't know, but I'm just guessing. This is probably the first time you've been so invested in the draft also, because of the show. You've said it before. You never really got into college and looking at the players going into the draft, right? So when you go into that, you think about it, it's a little different, because now you're looking at it differently. Shit like this happens all the times in the draft, bro. Even with Jalen Carter was a perfect example. Right, that dude had no business going where he went, but
no. And I thought Jalen Carter would have got drafted earlier, because I remember that draft, and I thought like he was worth the risk. Right now, let me ask you guys this: in the second round, we trade back, and I'd be like, when we trade back, bro, that's the expression I had.
But
bro,
why though?
Because I really, really wanted the D tackle, bro.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like I really was like, finally, bro, like, hey, and I even said it after the first round. I told Jay Raider, I said, bro, my best advice is just don't overthink it. Go for the guy you're going to get that lands there and take him.
But they didn't overthink it.
Caden McDonald landing in your lap.
Us, to you.
Right? No.
Check and them didn't see him that way.
And I agree. And I agree with you. And this is where, right, like kind of like the big boards and everything like that. But I'll be like, did you really see him as that high of a draft pick in the second round? Or which is here, we'll get right into it. And I think that's going to be it's going to be Treydon Stukes. Did you see him getting drafted that high in the second round, Cheetah? Because you are a college football aficionado.
No, I mean, I obviously overlooked it, and it goes back to what I wanted as a fan. I wanted the big defensive tackle. I wanted, if it was not McDonald. See, when the trade happened, this is why I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad because even if somebody took McDonald, you still had Boston, right? You still had the other safety, right? I forget his fucking name. You had the other McMorris. Yeah, him. You had him, and you had Boston. So even if you traded down, I said those are 4 players. At the very minimum, you land one of those 4, and that's all my mind was at. The people I was talking next to were thinking the same thing, right? Because never in my mind did I leave. The only corner I think I even talked about was Chris Johnson. I think, right, Chris? I mean, Jeff.
Yeah,
Chris Johnson, the one from San Diego State. That was the only one I ever thought of. So it wasn't on my mind. So I was shocked, obviously, because that wasn't the name or any one of the 4 names. So I was definitely like, what the fuck? But again,
Chris Johnson went at 27.
Yeah, that was kind of wild,
round. He ended up going in the first round.
Yeah. I'd be like, he is a tremendous player.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, it was crazy to see like everybody mocking him in the 3rd and the 4th. And he jumped in the 1st. But that just goes to show, right? That's our evaluation. But go ahead, Jeff. What did you think when you saw Treydon Stukes come up on the board?
I mean, when we traded back, I thought we were going for somebody specific, which obviously we were.
But
I thought we were going a different route because as soon as we made that trade, boom, Texans go up and they take McDonald. So now we were sitting in the stadium. We went inside the stadium on day 2. So I had Chris sitting behind me, 805, Severe, myself, Dante from Gridiron that used to be what was the name of the show before?
East Coast Gridiron?
Yeah, but he was sitting with us too.
Yeah.
And they announced the name of Stokes, and literally all of us went, Stokes? Like, we were all like, I was like, who the hell was that? Because I wasn't thinking of this guy at all. They all knew about him, but they weren't thinking of him at that point. They thought he'd be something later. So we really didn't know about it. But as the day went on and we were talking about it and everything, it kind of made a little bit more sense. So they were a little bit better afterwards. But at first it was like kind of like a shocker. It's like Stokes. Like, ooh, what?
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Once McDonald got taken, we were thinking wide receiver at that point for the most part, Now, before we go any further, can I just say a shout out real quick? I saw Raider Troy in here. Now, I just wanted to bring this up. On Wednesday night, when we first got to Pittsburgh, they had the Super Fans Poker Tournament for charity. Raider Barron won it. Levi. He won the poker tournament.
Oh.
He got 65% of the pot for his charity, which was decoding dyslexia for the state of Iowa. That was his charity that he played for. He ended up winning the whole thing. So just shout out to Levi and, as Raider Barron going out there and representing TBH and winning that poker tournament. That was pretty awesome. Good for you guys. And the guys that set it up, too. I was one of the ones that set it up, and the Philly sports guy setting that up. So
golf clap.
But yeah, that was my reaction because in all the mock drafts that I did, I never picked him. I never even thought of him, but when you look into it, it's like, okay, it kind of makes sense.
There's some people out there that swear they did.
Of course they did.
Hey. Yeah. Whoever it was, but here's the little highlight film that the Raiders put out for Treydon Stukes.
Bring it up there down. Inside the 10. Stukes may have it. downfield, and it's intercepted to the corner, batted away by Traden, hit away in the last second, and he is dropped. Just a nice job by the corner. Intercepted instead. His path to the sideline is intercepted. Traden Stooks.
And you know what, man? When we drafted him, I asked Jay Raider, I said, hey, I don't know much about this guy. What do you know about him? Is he a ball hawk? Is he a guy that creates turnovers? I mean, like, and I'll ask you the same thing, Cheeto. I'm like, in your opinion, is that what he is? Is he a ball hawk, a guy that creates turnovers, a guy that can, on the back end, give the Raiders more opportunities on offense?
He's known for moving around, so very versatile, right? Can definitely play the nickel. Can play the safety. One thing that also is very well coached. Very well coached. I believe he was in college for 6 years? I believe he was there. He's one of those dudes. So definitely the experience, right? When I looked more into him, one of the things is the fact that he did stay at Arizona. You know, obviously with these kids getting all these offers right now, Arizona's not probably the best football program out there, right? But his coach, his defensive coach, is really well known. Ask them, if you want to become, what do you want to do? You want to play in the NFL? Stay here with me and I'll get you ready. So shout out to him for getting him picked in the second round, the way he did. So it was definitely, a smart move if that's what they wanted to do. And then when you saw the rest of the draft, it made more sense, because I don't know if you guys remember what I had said, that we were so thin at corner defensive back that we're damn near anorexic. And one injury, and who was going to play, right? They would have to have us go out there and try out to go out there and play for the secondary, But now, now he's here. He's a Raider, right? So now you got to get ready for the law firm of what is it, Stooks, and what's his name? Oh my God, what is his last name, bro? Oh, the other guy's last name, I can't remember. But anyway, yeah. But just excited for him, bro. He's gonna be good. Yeah, from what I can see. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I did too. I called you Raider Troy. I'm sorry. It's mascot Troy. I apologize. I realized that after I said it. I was like, "Oh, nobody called that," but obviously.
That's the one you were saying. Someone said looks like Troy, but
yeah, his persona is Troy Polamalu. He does look like, for sure.
Yeah, he don't look like him. He dressed like him, but he didn't look like Troy.
Damn, Tito.
I filmed quite a bit while we were there, so
Okay, so Jeff, let me ask you: when you heard that name, Brandon Stooks, where do you see him fitting in? Because we do got Tyron Johnson that has kind of that same ability to fit in the nickel. We have Jeremy Chid to fit in the nickel. So where do you see him fitting in, or what role he's going to play?
How long of a contract do we have Tyron Johnson for? Do you know?
He's older too.
Mm-hmm. 2
I
years.
I believe every free agent we got 3 years. Because remember, that was one of the things we noticed, Jeff. Was a 3-year play. Yeah,
he ain't gonna make it here 3 years. Stooks is obviously going to be probably going to be the future in that position. He's got the speed, he's got the size. I looked at him and everything, and what I saw. I think Tyron Johnson might possibly be odd man out. That whole, what it was. They saw that we needed a major overhaul of the secondary, obviously, and they definitely addressed it in this draft. Thank God. Okay, so we didn't get the D tackle, which then says that what we have on the roster now, they feel as though there's someone there that can play that role. How often are we going to be in a true 3-4?
Adam Butler,
or going out and getting a guy like McDonald. Are we going to be in like a switch up from 3-4, 4-3 back? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be like a hybrid version of it where we're not in 3-4 as much? So do we need to spend a high draft pick on a guy that isn't really going to have the impact because we're not going to be in a true 3-4 consistently? Let's put the emphasis on the secondary at this point is probably what their thought process was. It's what we needed. We needed it. So I'm fine with it, but I still think there's going to be some odd men. There's going to be some odd men out on the secondary. That's for sure.
Yes and no, because if you think about it, there wasn't that much depth anyway.
What's
Right.
up?
So you can keep Johnson and you don't have to rush Stokes, right? You can move, you can utilize them, you can play them all at once. There's nothing that's saying that Johnson has to be the nickel every down, right?
Yeah, no,
you can
absolutely.
move these guys. And then that's what's so versatile. I love about the Stokes pick is that he's so versatile, right? You can move him around and when it comes to that, into that sense. And I mean, other than Porter, Stokes, Chin, and Palomao, right? Who were the other guys that were going to play?
No, I get you.
Right, Caillou Blue Kelly, you know.
Yep.
But, I mean, there's going to be guys that are not going to make this roster that were starters last year. That just shows you how bad we were last year and how bad our depth was. So there's going to be guys that were on the roster last year that are not going to be here. They're not even going to have a shot. You know, they're going to get beat out by these rookies easily, I think, in all honesty.
And you know what? I think Cheeto hit a nail on the head there, where this is where a lot of the things that I believe that Spytek was looking for is versatility.
Yeah.
Guys that can do multiple things in this draft. And
Yeah,
he
and
showed it on
the draft too with another pick. So
yeah,
probably the one I'm the happiest of all picks.
I don't doubt it, bro. And you know what? That we're gonna get, but first let me get into this first third round pick. We go with K'Ron Crawford, who hey, this was a head start.
Under pressure again, and he's taken down. K'Ron Crawford with the sack for Auburn. Davenport, and it's intercepted. It's K'Ron Crawford. Here's Hardy trying to find the outside and find the 3rd and 7. Martin, no sir. K'Ron Crawford as the pocket collapses and he is taken down. Big play again. It's K'Ron Crawford.
So this one comes up, and you know, honestly, this for me at the time, at that current time, and I was like, whoa, a defensive end. Why didn't we go defensive tackle? I think Big Citrus was there. Like other guys that were like bigger names at the defensive tackle were still there at that spot. So I was like, okay, we go defensive end. Guys, I'd be like, again, I'm not a big college football guy. Let's go to our college football guy. Hey, Cheeto, K'Ron Crawford.
Nate, where are you, Nate? Nate, get in here.
And Nate, bring him in too. But I'd be like, what's your thoughts on K'Ron Crawford when we go defensive end? You know,
perfect fit for the 3-4 on the end. You know, perfect fit. SEC, he's a monster, big kid. Definitely, that's what I said. As the draft went on, you would see what their vision was, and they were going to get this defense better. Obviously, they had it in their mind that they were already trying to move Tyree. We saw that later on when the trade finally did happen, right? So then that leaves who else was going to be on the line. How much we got Max, right? We got the former Baltimore Raven, Max Crosby, on our team, right? How are we going to get him more help? And that was the prime example, right? And I know so many of us were focused on that D tackle, but to what Jeff said earlier, I think this coaching staff really feels comfortable after watching the film. Robbie Leonard is here. He knows these guys, right? I'm pretty sure they've had conversations with Spytek, with Kubiak about the guys he has on his front. Those were his dudes. He coached the D-line, right? So he has every confidence in them that they were okay not taking the D tackle and getting someone like Crawford opposite to go ahead and help Max. So now you got Kwity Paye, you got Max, right? You got Kuntz, you got this dude. So hey, the more weapons, the more we can utilize, especially in our conference, right? Getting after the quarterback is going to be huge. Because how many times do we face Mahomes, Herbert, and Nix? Yeah, bro, we got to get after the quarterback.
Jeff, I know you love the trenches. This is something that you are very adamant about that a team has to be really good at. We see K'Ron Crawford come off the board, defensive end. What's your thoughts on that at that current time? Because like I said, Cheeto, like after we get the information about Tyree Wilson, it makes more sense. But at that current time, how did you feel about that pick?
I love it. I absolutely love this pick. And I look at it this way. He is, for this team now, he's going to be the African-American version of Crosby. But I think he's going to be even better, to be honest with you. And I say that because if you look at him versus Crosby, they're two different body styles. He's got a more physical physique. He's got more muscle and more strength than Max does. Max has the speed and the motor and the finesse. This kid's got the speed, the power, and the finesse. So I think he has a chance, I think, could end up surpassing Max. I'll tell you who needs to be worried is, and I hate saying this because I love the kid, Kwity Paye, could not be the guy that we thought he was going to be now that we got this kid. Snowden, better watch out. Kuntz probably ain't going to last. He'll be done by next year will be it if he makes the cut. Who knows? There's going to be guys that started for us last year that are probably going to get beat out by some of these guys. And this is one of those potentials right here. I think this kid could be one to step in and really have a major impact. And I would not be surprised if he is named the opposite starter from Max. I mean, you think about you've got a mirror image, but a stronger, more physical guy on the opposite side of Max. So we thought we had that with Tyree a few years ago when they drafted him. But other than that pick and the one we're going to talk about probably next, the Tyree being traded away was probably my favorite part of the entire draft. Was knowing that we don't have to sit here and go, well, we'll see what he does this year, or this is a make or break. If he's gone, thank God. I am done with that. But I think this kid could really be something. I really, really do.
You know what? I think Raider Smoke was onto something there where he said, hey, man, the Raiders knew that they were going to get rid of Tyree. Malcolm Kuntz right now is still, on a prove-it thing. He still has to be proven. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you come in, you bring in this young man, and you kind of replace that, right? And then, of course, we don't know where Kwity Paye is going to play. He might be listed as defensive end, but they might put him inside. We don't know exactly where he'll play. So then we come back, man, and in the third round later on, and I know Jeff probably threw a freaking palooza, a little Trey Zune. He got drafted as
not at first, I bet, though. Not at first.
Oh, not at first.
Did you get excited at first or after you saw?
When
you first saw the name?
Many times in my mock drafts.
Yeah.
It was there when I picked. Yeah. No. I was, trust me, this was, if we were going to get a lineman, I'm kind of glad it was him because at the time, I think we got him at the right spot.
I don't remember you mentioning him in other drafts that we did together. That's why.
Why do I have to talk about it all the time?
All of a sudden.
Look at my drafts. I had him.
Oh, wait. That's the right. I bust. Hey, where's my Trey Zune video here? Hold on, guys. Actually, I don't have the video for Trey Zune. Where is
that's the one you should have had, dude.
I know. It's Jeff's video, too.
Yeah.
Hold on here. Well, let me see here. Hey, I got it. Hold on. Let me load it up here.
He's got one that says trade alert, but not the Zoom one.
You're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole. It's because I'm on my Max videos. So hold on. Let me remove here.
See, the thing is, I didn't even know we picked him because after we made our first pick in the second round, we stuck around for a little while and then we left, Dawn and I. So I was trying to listen to it, but it was I had my earbud in trying to listen. So I didn't know we picked him until I got back to the hotel.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
That is one thing that's different, though. And I like going, but you don't get to sit and watch everything. Because even when I was at the Raider thing, they cut off the draft, right?
Really?
You couldn't hear anything. We were looking on the phone. When I was at the draft party, you couldn't really hear. They didn't have the volume up, right? Everybody was just Raider. So that is one thing that I do miss about being able to sit and watch it, like how Jeff was saying, right? Is you get to see all the other ones.
I missed. If you weren't staring at the board the whole time, while we were there, you missed a lot. When we were sitting down in the stadium, I could kind of pay attention a lot more, but we were talking a lot and everything. When we were down inside the main area of the draft, like the stage area, it was just miserable.
All right, man. Hey, I got you now, Jeff.
Raiders select Trey Zune the third.
Absolutely love it, bro. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, he played, and that's the other thing too. He played against some great competition too. I mean,
SEC, Texas A&M is SEC, bro.
What I really like about him is the fact that how versatile he is. I mean, he can play any of the 5 spots in the front line. So if something happens,
Colton Miller's. You wanted Colton Miller's replacement, big dog.
This could be it. That could be it.
I know we're like putting him in the guard thing, right? But if worse comes to worse, and the other guys can play guard just as well, this kid could be the successor to Colton.
I mean, you just saw most of the plays there were at left tackle.
That's why the highlights. That's what I saw.
And how well he did it. I mean, again, you need a lockdown on that left side. So, what the fuck was I going to say? The fact that we got him with what he can do with his ability to play multiple positions on the front line.
Yeah,
it's better than getting somebody like, say, just a guy that plays left tackle. That's all that guy can do. Yeah. And if he's still falling behind Colton Miller, this guy's just going to sit. He's going to make the team. Obviously he's going to make the team.
You better a third-round pick.
I think he's going to be starter. I really do. I think with this offensive line coach and the system that they're putting in, I think he's already jumped ahead a few people already.
Who? Jumped ahead of who?
Zoom?
Yeah.
I think anybody who's planning to play on the right side or left side, wherever JPJ is going to opposite is that side.
So he's already ahead of Carlos Rogers?
I think so.
Rogers, yeah.
I think so. Bigger school, better teams, much better competition he played against. So he's already proven himself there. Yeah. I'm going to say something that I think a lot of people are not going to like, but I think JPJ might be in trouble here.
If he doesn't stay healthy, yeah.
If he doesn't stay healthy and if he doesn't get back on track early in training camp, he could be odd man out on that front line. I know some are going to agree with it, but I'm coming out and saying it right now. I really think that's a definite possibility with what we have.
Caleb Rogers, thank you, Coach. I hear the ghosts of like Jack Kenna like screaming at you right now. Somewhere deep in the woods.
I know he will be.
I hear it. I feel it. Okay. like, did Jeff just say that? Like, how dare he? How dare he say that about Jackson Powers Johnson?
and you know what? Miklo just said it too. JPJ still has a lot to prove, and he does. Yeah. He does. And I mean, so does Zoon, and so does anybody else on the line. The only one that kind of gets a little bit of a free pass.
Caleb. I don't know why I keep saying Charles.
Huh?
I don't know why I keep saying Charles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You think of Charles Grant?
Carlos Rogers is an old wide receiver. He's the one that passed away. That's why his name's always sticks to my head. Yeah.
So I think if JPJ cannot stay healthy, he's how many more concussions can this guy take?
And that's the other part with the head issues. You never know. And it could just come out of nowhere or something. Once you start getting them the first couple of times, you know how easy it is. They just come back. And it becomes an ongoing thing. And this is a good insurance policy for the Raiders to have, right? You don't have all your marbles in. And you're adding more depth and competition, legit competition to the offensive line. And
that's the other thing. I will say right now, based on what we've got on this roster for an offensive line, it's light years ahead of what we had last year as far as talent. I'm not saying how good they are yet because we haven't seen it. But as far as what their abilities could be and what they can become, it's a lot of upside is what I look at. So we don't have any more of the Parhams and the Forsyths and the Kappa Krappas. All that shit's done and over with. We've got this offensive line is fucking young right now. Oldest one is Colton Miller by a long shot.
And he's 30, right? Or about to be 30?
Yeah, he's going to be 30, I think. So if we can get these 5 guys that we've drafted in the last 2 or 3 years, including this year's draft, to all work together and play on, be the starting 5, we could have a dominating offensive line for quite a few years if everybody, stays the course and plays the way they should. So I think this is a good sign for the offensive line going forward, and I am happy, extremely happy. So I'm more happy about this pick.
Yeah, I was at Twin Peaks. Our wings had just gotten there, and the pick came in on my phone. I was like, "What the fuck?" All I saw was center, and the kid's name. So I was pissed. The fuck?
Yeah.
The fuck we get a center for? And then I opened it up. Obviously, I opened it up. And then they start showing me that, and I was like, "Oh, this is the kid from A&M."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Oh, this is the kid from A&M." And then we were like, "Yeah." Then we started watching it, and we're like, "Oh, okay." And then even Tron was chiming in. Remember, he can play multiple spots. I think he even played tackle. And I was like, you're
He
right.
started
He
at tackle.
did. He did start a few games at that. So definitely as that came on, then we got more excited and we saw more of his videos. Start looking on YouTube. Like, dude's an animal, dude's a beast. I got all excited, right? Freaking like now we got 2 actual dogs on the opposite end of our center, right? So we're definitely, if they get their shit together, we're gonna be a force to reckon with when it comes to that run game, right? Yeah.
All right. Hey, Jay Downs has, hey, appreciate it, big dog. He got that super chat. He says, question for Will. Was my response Friday not or
Just
now
tell him
warranted?
yes.
Yes. There
He
you
wants
go,
some
bro.
validation. Give the man some validation.
You got validation, bro. He says, tell him yes, you got validation. Yo.
And I think that's what it was. It was the fact that he was designated as the center.
As the center.
But
yeah.
if you listen to it, and Q pointed it out, because I was like, what the fuck? He was like, they announced him as a guard.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, my bad.
Well, it's just, JPJ, when he was drafted, he was listed
right.
as a guard. I mean, he was drafted as a guard, but he really was a center coming out of college. But they had him listed as a guard.
Yeah.
So,
and that was my initial thought. Center, that means you can play on the inside.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you.
You can play on the inside. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, and you said the right thing right there, man. Like, that's kind of the thing where I was at the same thing like you, Cheeto. When I saw center, I said, what? But then when you see 48 starts in the SEC at left tackle, and he was solid at left tackle with 48 starts in the SEC, I said, okay. I'll be like, this dude can't just, and he started there early in his career at left tackle.
Right.
So they moved him to center out of need. They didn't move him out of center to center because, you weren't good enough to play tackle. It's because they needed him there, right? And that's a totally
you're good enough to play both positions, and we need you over here right now.
Yeah.
And you
that's
know what?
And that's a talented big man, which I like. I like it when you're a guy like JPJ was still talented because he could play both positions. He could play center, he could play guard. But this kid's a different beast. This kid can play it all.
And you know what the crazy is, man, is when a coach gives you the endorsement that he's the most pro-ready guy.
That was all you heard. He's the most pretty offensive lineman.
Yeah, pro-ready offensive lineman coming.
And the fact that he won that award, the same as Proctor, like they were both named or whatever. And I don't like Proctor. The whole Alabama thing is like, I'm over Alabama. Fucking lineman. Yeah, so I'm glad we got the guy from A&M instead.
Right. Well, but then we go into the fourth. Into the first pick, we hear, the first thing we saw is trade alert, right? We move up and we get Gerald McCoy. And here is Gerald McCoy's video that we got here.
Oh, best corner in college football, bro, before the injury.
Oh, hands down, it looks like it, man.
Boy doing what he usually does, making a nice play. That takes his first downfield shot and threw it right into the hands of McCoy. Into single coverage and intercepted by Jermod McCoy. One-on-one, broken up. Jermod McCoy knocked it away. Dangerous throw. Thrusted shot. This one's going to be picked off. Milrow intercepted along the near sideline. Jermod McCoy.
I hope he returns to have that ability to play like that for us.
Well, if you remember, because he just started to get healthy, and he went out there and he ran the 40. I was like, oh my God, this motherfucker's going to actually run the 40.
4.38.
Right. Yeah. So I guess the question, Jeff, would be how long does that durability last? Kind of last the whole season.
Yeah. Isn't he the one that's got some, they're saying it's a degenerative issue now too?
Mm-hmm. It's a
and they're saying
degenerative
that
issue.
you should get surgery again to fix that, and then you should be okay after that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if that's what the suggestion is for him, you should just do it. Just take your, sit your rookie year, get that surgery, get you healthy, rather than you go out there, try and play on it, and it ruins your career. Basically, it ruins your shot at a career.
Right.
So
and he's a fourth round pick.
I'd be getting it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a fourth round pick.
What do you expect out of a fourth round pick? We don't expect every fourth round pick to be Max Crosby, right? Like, if I can get 4 years out of a fucking fourth round pick, like, that's a win. And you get a kid with this talent, it's like how you say, you don't have to rush him. If he needs that surgery, like Alex Guerrero and them, do a little magic, right? Do whatever they got to do to get him going. But this kid was such a ball player, though. Such a ball hawk. His instincts are amazing. And it was sad when he got hurt because this dude legit was the best corner in the country. Right? He legit was the best corner in the country. So for us to be able to snag a kid like when I saw we took him, I was shocked he was still there because by this point I was already driving home. So I was shocked that this kid was still available. And I was like, oh shit, he was still there. So it makes sense like why they traded up if he was still there to go get this kid. Because obviously at this point somebody was willing to take the chance. And I'm glad Spytek did. I really am. Mm-hmm.
And just like Jason said, the kid's only 20 years old. Get it done. Get that surgery. Get that taken care of. You got a long way ahead of you to play. You know, you miss 1 year, your rookie year. If the team's willing to deal with that and put him on that injury, you know,
injury reserve. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but just don't let him get taken. Like, don't
get don't put him on no practice squad. Injury reserve.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah.
No, let him go get his surgery. Let him come back. Give him number 24, and the rest is history.
Well, he's got to be the youngest. Youngest kid we drafted, right? Isn't he the youngest?
Old? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 20 years old in this draft is a rarity. In this year's draft,
this was an old draft.
This is the COVID draft. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? This is where, like in the fourth, I saw him. Like we move up, and I was like, man, we took an injured guy, but then I saw the potential. Right. This is where what Jeff says makes a lot of sense to me. If a guy gets an injury like that, and you got a first round talent in the fourth, get the surgery done, have him sit that whole time, have him get better, and what you get later on, man. And that's why people are talking about it, saying that we got to steal in the fourth. I'll be like, I got a clip later on with from TJ Hushmanshada giving his like little review, and I'm gonna we'll play it. Man, and he talks about this steal. He said, like, man, this is a first round talent in the fourth. And I said, oh man. And here's a guy that I actually like.
He was ranked number 2 in his position group, number 18 overall, it says. No, that's
before this kid got hurt, to me he was better than the kid from LSU that got drafted this year. This kid was insane, man. You saw on the little highlights that we saw. His ball instincts is unreal, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like Miklo just said, I didn't know Stooks was 25. I mean, that's old. That's old.
NFL old. Yeah, to start your career at that age.
Think about it. You got two defensive backs you just drafted. One's 20, the other one's 25. Even with the surgery, he's still going to be younger than what the guy had drafted out ahead of him. You know, by the time he starts playing.
I don't know about Malik Benson being a 7th round steal, man. I don't know about that. We'll get to that one.
Okay. But so, Cheeto, let me ask you this, man, because you watch a lot more college, right? If you had a comparable for anybody in this kid in the NFL, who's your comparable?
Him?
Yep.
Oh, man. I'm gonna take it Raider wise, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, we may have drafted Nnamdi in the 4th round.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Quality.
That's how good this kid can be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, what'd you say?
Nnamdi,
we may have dropped the Nnamdi.
You're saying we may have drafted a Nnamdi?
Mm-hmm. In the 4th round. Yeah, another Nnamdi.
Yeah. I think I can live with that.
Another
because we all know how damn well he was for us.
Oh my God, he was
shit on him and say, well, he didn't get a lot of interceptions. That's because nobody threw to him.
They didn't throw to him.
You cover one side of the field, you don't throw it that way.
Mm-hmm.
No,
like it doesn't matter. All right, and the next guy, man, we go with in the 4th round was really we talked about a lightning and thunder package. Shoot, I brought up this guy after the draft.
Yeah, people are already killing me with the comparisons. This guy, they're already killing me.
Okay, I said thunder and lightning. I didn't say comparisons to anybody. I just know he has mad speed, 4.38 speed, electric speed. But hey, hold on.
He gets walloped as he lets the pass go to Washington, and Washington will score.
I know, right?
Fucking I just bounced right off of him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know, Cheeto, there's going to be a lot of what I like about this move, and I'll tell you guys like this. It alleviates some of the stress on Genty. I know that Genty was our first pick last year, but when you talk about the running back position, it takes a beating. The type of carries that you take, I'll be like, this alleviates something, and it gives us something a little bit different, a different type of player in the backfield and a different type of speed. Now, I'll be like, you know more college football than I do. So your evaluation of this pick on the 4th.
It's a good pick. He's a good kid. I think this is one of the guys that we actually had mocked before in our picks that we actually got. Was this guy the only one probably other than Mendoza? Big kid, the speed,
big luck.
A lot of the knock on him is the vision, but even in the little highlights that you posted, one of the things I like, if you notice on one of the runs, he's looking to where the defenders are, right? So as to not just run into them. If they're running into him, he bounces, but he's also running into open space. And with that speed, once this kid gets into open space, bro, he can be gone. You have the potential for him to break one, especially at 4.3, right? 4.3 is insane, blazing speed. And at that size, definitely the thunder, right? The power back that we're needing with someone smaller like Genty. Obviously, Genty's still number one. I guess to me, my whole thing is like, we're all getting excited about this, but like, there's only one football. I'm not gonna say wasted because I don't want the chat to come after me, but we used the number 6 overall on Ashton Jensen. So how much are we actually expecting Washington to carry the ball? Okay. Right now, if it's gonna be like in Seattle, and if you watch Seattle play, then that's what it is, right? It was Walker and the other back, they split it and they got used to it. I'm just saying, if that's what we're gonna do, that's cool, and then that's how it's gonna work. But also remember, we used the number 6 overall pick to draft Ashton Jensen. So he should still be getting the majority of the balls, right?
Yep, absolutely. All right. Go ahead, Jeff. Yeah. Hey, let us know.
I think with both the running backs we drafted.
Yes, Jason. Yes.
Talia and Labe are out. I think they're both those two.
Oh, yeah. Labe already sent me his FedEx application for review.
All right, good.
Yeah.
One of them just started doing DoorDash too. They're both out. I know we're not talking about Hamby yet, but with Washington, I see the potential where he's going to give Genty a run for his money. I really think so. I think he's got that ability to, because he could have gone way earlier than where he got picked. So
I think his projection was 3rd round. So the fact that he was still there in the 4th was pretty.
Yeah. I think this is going to put some pressure on Genty too, especially with this. If the offensive line is going to be as good as we hope it's going to be, like I'm not going to sit here and say as good as it is going to be. If it's going to be as good as we hope it's going to be based on what we brought in for talent with the coaches, especially Dennison, we should see a heavy dosage of running between all 3 of them. All 3 of them are going to touch the ball. And I seriously,
you play fantasy football. Seattle running backs. Wouldn't you be able to use either one of them to start for you? Yeah. Charbonnet, K9, you would use any of them. Yeah.
I honestly think that with this running back room now, minus Labe and Kalia, someone could be looking over his shoulder a little bit and worried about getting his job taken from him. Might not be RB1 anymore. I seriously think it could come to that. I'm going on record saying it now. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll eat the crow. I don't care. But that's my take on that. I think there's finally some challenge in the running back room now. So I'm all for it. I think it's great. We've got a 3-headed monster, in all honesty, between the 3 of them. And we'll talk about the other one when we get to it. But
so I'll tell you guys what, when I saw that, man, I don't know, it brought me back to his dad. If you guys look at the Denver Broncos, the way that his dad is always, they have a stable of running backs. Mm-hmm. The Kubiak system, that's what they do. They don't have just one. They have a stable. They have guys that they do different things with.
And they both ran zone blocking scheme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've been like, when you look at that, I was like, okay, I can see what you're cooking. You're gonna resemble your dad's teams. You're gonna run the football, and you're gonna play really good defense. And then with your quarterback, you're gonna let him do what he does after those things are established, right? So it was really cool to see that we had a direction. But after that, man, we go into the 5th round, and this one for me, I was like, whoa. You know what? Another safety. We go Dalton Johnson out of Arizona. We get
teammate.
Stukes' teammate, right? And here we go.
That was a short highlight reel.
Hey.
What was it, 2 plays?
You're an asshole. Okay, Jeff, since you got so much to say about Dalton Johnson, I want to know what your thoughts were when Dalton Johnson got drafted.
I don't know. I have no take on it whatsoever. Sorry.
Oh, man.
It's not a name that I had picked in any of my mock drafts. I don't know anything. I don't know enough to even talk about him. So I'm not going to blow smoke up anyone's ass and say, "Oh yeah, this guy's great." I don't know.
All right, Chido, what's your thought on this pick? Where I mean, like a lot of people were saying, "Hey, we took him way too high." You know, this guy.
Who said we took him too high?
I heard from other podcasters, okay, that we took him a little bit too high.
Which podcaster?
When we were actually doing it with Jay. Jay told me that he took it from we took him a little bit too high in his opinion.
Jay said we took him too high?
Yeah.
No, bro.
We were scratching, bro.
Yeah, we weren't reaching for this one. No.
You don't feel like we were reaching? Oh, no, this isn't the 5th round. This is my apologies. This is 5th round. I wasn't with him in the 5th round. My apologies. This is wrong, Johnson. So my bad. But yo, so you feel like this was a solid pick in that round?
Yeah, especially when you saw what they were doing with this draft and solidifying that secondary, then you understood what they were doing. They had drafted the corners. Even with Stukes being the 2nd rounder, he's the safety, but he could also play nickel, versatile, right? Now you add a true, safety. I think Xavier said it earlier, right? Pitbull, you see him up there. And it also lets you Chin and Palomao play their natural positions. Right, you don't have to put them back there at the strong, right? You don't have to. You're gonna have actual being able to team them up properly, and then this Arizona defense was one of the toughest defenses, right? They had, if you go look how many players got drafted from this Arizona team, this secondary, this defense, it'll show you. Even though I think one of them even got undrafted and he got signed somewhere, right? So it'll tell you the talent. And shout out to the Raiders to their scouting staff for being able to find dudes like this, because Arizona is not one of those colleges that you saw. You didn't see them on national television all the time. They didn't have a playoff run for the world to fall in love with, right? So this is like actual scouts doing their homework on these dudes. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you think they have a direct link? And now, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, bro. I admit it. Hey, that was my bad. Hey, that's my bad.
I think it might have been one of his other buddies, but he doesn't want to throw them under the bus. And
I don't have that many friends, Tito. Yeah. I try to keep my circle small, asshole.
I don't know.
Why do I have assholes like you in my circle?
He made it sound very specific, right, Jeff? That someone said it was.
He did.
He did. Yeah.
And it was. Hey, I will get back to. But look. Let me ask you this, right? When you look at it, for me, I have questions because we drafted a safety in the 2nd, right? Now we have Jeremy Chin, who we signed last year. We have Troy Palomao, who's on the
He's not Troy.
Or freaking his nephew. Sorry. Isaiah Palomao.
Yeah. I wish we had Troy Palomao.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, I think we have like 5 or 6 safeties on the roster right now. I'm like, I know I didn't just name 3. I know we have 2 more safeties on the roster.
Other than Palomao and Chin, who were our other safeties before these guys we drafted?
You had Johnson, who played safety and nickel. You had
yeah, that's why we drafted these guys.
So
because of that,
yeah, 5 safeties.
No, because we didn't have any before these guys.
Yeah, now we have 5.
Yeah. Who are the 5?
Well, you have Jeremy Chin. You have
Uh-huh.
Stukes, who's playing safety. You have Isaiah Palumau, and you
Stukes
have
is nickel. Stukes is nickel more, but yeah.
But I mean, like, he plays safety as well. So does Tyron Johnson. He's listed as a safety nickel as well.
He's a nickel corner as well. Yeah.
You know, I mean, like,
Yeah.
so that's where I go, like, hey, do you see Stoops playing
McCollum.
outside?
Yeah.
Because I heard Stoops, and I'll ask you this, Cheeto, is it true that Stoops played corner in college?
That's what I'm saying. He did play corner. He was versatile. But would you put him primarily as the 1 or the 2?
I don't know.
Let him figure it out at camp, right?
Right. So
let him go up against Stokes and Porter. Yeah.
I'm like, I could see him playing outside. I could see Stoops playing outside. And I mean, like, and do you feel like Palumau is better than Johnson, or do you feel Johnson is better than Palumau?
Palumau is younger, has a higher upside. You could let him play more of his natural free safety position. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to force him. You think about when you put Palumau on a nickel, right? Or even if you put him up on the line against these big guys, right? Like don't you put him up against one of the big guys. Palumau don't have the size for that. That's where we get outmatched, right? At least with these guys, they have more of that coverage ability. They don't get lost in coverage. You let Palumau do what he's good at, which is to make instinct plays, right? To react to certain plays, and you allow him to do that part.
I mean, I get, and I've seen this. You know what? Yeah. This is what some people really like this guy. People that watch Arizona college football were telling me, like, yo, that guy's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, real quick, there's someone that's watching the show tonight that doesn't have his phone. So he's watching us on his TV and he can't interact in the chat. So I just want to say this to him real quick.
Stop it. Get some help.
Shout out to I'm Not Bueno.
Where's Bueno at? Where is he?
He's here. He's watching, but he can't type. So anybody that wants to pick on Bueno in the chat, go for it. You got free reign. He can't respond to you, so have fun with it.
Hey, and
love it, Bueno.
Later on in the 5th, man, we go and address again the secondary.
Just pick passes off. Zeke Massis, he can tackle 2 over the top, and that one is intercepted. Intercepted by Zeke Massis. And a pass deflected, knocked away, incomplete. Lots of good info there. Now, exactly what Stormy was talking about. Zeke Massis
gonna throw from his own end zone. Dangerously intercepted. It's Massis with his 4th of the year, and he gets it all the way down to the 2.
So,
Hezekiah Massis.
I mean, like, it looks like it's a guy that can create turnovers. A guy that gets PBUs, from what I understand, Cheeto. Tell us on Hezekiah Massis, man. What is your thoughts on him? What does he do? I'll be like,
honestly, I didn't know much about him. It was Q that put me onto him. Q Myers put me onto him about check out this kid, watch this kid. So then when I saw him, obviously Cal's not, well known or whatever, but he's a ball hawk. Great corner out there, right? Great competition to bring in. Can definitely turn into something for us, right? If given the opportunity. So definitely excited about what he can bring. I know a lot of people from that area were excited, from the Bay Area, because a kid from Cal got drafted to the Oakland /Las Vegas /Los Angeles Raiders. So it'll be definitely cool to see what this kid's like, but definitely a ball hawk, bro. Which is what we needed. We needed ball hawks. Like, when was the last time, other than Isaiah Palumau intercepting the ball or Max Crosby tipping it up and catching it himself, can you remember getting excited that somebody was going to cause a turnover interception-wise in that secondary?
Hey, Jeff, thoughts on drafting Hezekiah Massis in the 5th round?
This one I know a little bit about because I did pick him in a few of my mocks. I was just looking back through some of them right now just to make sure I had, because I thought I'd see the
just in case Cheeto Police shows up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The Cheeto Police. That's what I'm gonna call it every time, man.
Too fucking hey.
It's like...
What number did we get him at? What did he finally go at?
He was in the 5th round, so I can't remember what number it was.
Because I see one, I got him at 117. Yeah, and
it might have been around there. I'll tell you right now. Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, this just goes to show you how bad they thought our secondary is. You know, I mean, the kid can play from what I can see.
I didn't see a number.
No. I think it's just another player that we brought in that's gonna light a fire into some players, and they're gonna be fighting for their jobs. This is another kid that could come in and eventually be a rotational and step in and have some impact immediately type of kid. So they definitely did their homework on these guys. They definitely had a plan on what they wanted. And obviously it's let's fix the secondary, you know.
Well, yeah. No, and that's something you're right, Jeff.
With that one.
Yeah, that's what we did. We addressed the secondary, we loaded it up, and this is where I started seeing, like, you really started seeing what we were addressing, right? Everybody was saying that we needed to address the front seven, address the defensive tackle, but John Spytek really felt that it was the backside of the defense that we needed to control, because we have Justin Herbert in our division. You have Bo Nix with Sean Payton in our division. And then you have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid in our division with a ton of weapons. So what does he do? He loads up on defense. He addresses a lot of the things that we need to address in order to create turnovers, in order to create more opportunities for this offense, right? Give Fernando Mendoza or whoever it is at the helm more opportunities to score points, which, hey, to me, it was really nice to see, man. Now, hey, in the sixth round, and everybody wanted to address the wide receiver position early in the draft.
They did, but a lot sooner.
Yeah, a lot sooner. And I'd be like, people are saying this kid might be a sleeper, might not be. I know that you're gonna see it both ways. They said the same thing about the pick before. So let's look at Malik Benson.
Benson fields it cleanly. He's got space and an 85-yarder. Seconds before halftime. Quickly to the outside.
Up the middle, he gets drilled after he throws it. Completes it though into North Carolina territory. Malik Benson brings it in.
I didn't know he played.
You didn't know what?
I didn't know he played in Florida. The Seminoles.
Yeah, Florida State. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Cheeto, hit us with your thoughts on Malik Benson.
I'm not as excited as everybody else. Only 6 feet tall. We got speed. Kind of sounds like we already have in the building. I don't know where this notion comes from that he can catch everything. He has a case of the dropsies. Even if it was only 4 as a receiver, how many are you supposed to drop? None, right? So. Yeah, I mean, but then again, it's a 6th-round pick. You know, I'm not gonna get all mad about that they did it, and that Jaw's there goes Jaw with, oh, he gets separation. Cool. I'm glad you catch the ball when you get that separation. That's what he's got to teach Jack Besh how to do, right? Teach Jack Besh how to get some separation. But I mean, he's definitely, a speedster. You add another one. He's taller than Trey, right? He's 6 feet tall. Trey's a little bit shorter than that. So could this be a little, we didn't end up with the versatile wide receivers that we wanted earlier, right? So I guess this kid was the one that they landed with. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how it is, bro. We'll see how it is. Yeah.
So Jeff, Malik Benson,
like Leo said, it's like it was a 6th-round pick. There's no pressure on him. If he works out, he works out. If he doesn't, then he gets cut. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got a lot of wide receivers ahead of him. I mean, that wide receiver room is pretty damn full. I mean, it's not full of talent, but it's full. There's a lot of fucking players on that wide receiver.
You said it's not full of talent. I like it.
And this is where I think I'm with Jay right here. I think this kid is a special teams player. I think he can make that impact with that speed as a returner.
Guys,
and that's fine if that's what you get from a 6th rounder. I'm cool, right?
Hey, I get what you're saying, Jeff, but I'd be like, if you're thinking about it, Kubiak might see a lot of Shaheed in this kid.
See, now you're getting carried away. That's what I'm talking about.
He might see. I said he might see. I
so
didn't say that he did.
Rounder is Shaheed.
Hey, I'm not saying that a 6 rounder is him, but if you get a poor man Shaheed, you can do certain things with them, Cheeto, in certain packages. I'm not saying that he is Shaheed. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that he can have certain things, certain characteristics that you can take advantage of, especially in the special teams game or phase, because of those same characteristics that he has.
Yeah, just like how Mike Washington has the same characteristics as a Derrick Henry, right?
No. Yeah, and people are like, that's a totally different thing. Derrick Henry's totally different than Mike Washington.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like, you talking to like two totally different beasts.
Right.
And hey, Shaheed was undrafted, to be fair.
He was. Yeah.
So, I mean, comparing him to a later pick could be something like that. Now, hey, so then we go into the 7th, right?
Hey, Don.
Go ahead.
Real quick, do you know how many wide receivers we have on this roster right now?
We got Besh, we got Thornton, we got Tucker.
Just throw a number up.
10, 15.
No. 6?
10.
12.
Whoo!
I'll read them off to you. Jack Betch, Trey Tucker, Jalen Naylor, Dante Thornton.
Jalen Naylor. How did I forget about Naylor? Yeah.
Malik Benson, Dareke Young, Justin Shorter, Shedrick Jackson,
I knew
Philip
after
Dorsett
Shedrick.
II,
Oh,
Brendan
gone.
Rice, EJ Williams,
Gone.
Chase Roberts. It doesn't matter. They're still on this roster. Now you add another guy to that. So we're at 12. Now we're at 13.
It's going to make it easier when they have to go to 53-man roster.
Oh, definitely. But, I mean, there's still a lot of wide receivers in this room. Not a lot of –
But you can't – and you carry a lot of wide receivers. I mean, you carry about 6, 7.
Yeah, but, so, I mean, again, so like someone said, there's 4 wide receivers ahead of him. He's still number one going to make the roster. So does he make
and there's no guarantee that he has to make. He's a 6th rounder, right? Yeah. If EJ Williams makes the roster before this guy, it's not like a big failure, It's one of those things based on what we have anyway. If he makes this roster, it just means he was better than the dudes we had the previous year, right? You look at, I think Rice is gone. Rice is going to be gone for sure, right? Shorter. I hope Shedrick Janssen's not. I hope Kubiak can be able, because that kid has blazing speed and great hands. So I hope they're able to do something with him. Yeah.
No. All right. So, guys, then we go into the 7th. And we finally draft a nose tackle.
Tackle. Rubbing that belly. Castle again. Stacked up. The pocket collapses around Lopez, and it's Brandon Cleveland. Being chased and wrapped up and taken down. Castle. Nothing doing. Cleveland. Looking for a crease, can't find anything.
So we addressed the defensive tackle spot in the 7th. I'd be like,
what's his measurables?
Oh, bro, hold on.
6'3", 300 pounds.
Big boy.
Big boy.
Space Eater, right?
307 pounds.
And Cheeto, you're absolutely correct. From what I've read on his things, it said, "Hey, Space Eater," but does get high with this pad level and does have troubles with the double team. Right? That was about it. But they said Space Eater, a guy that can freaking eat up space, but once he gets tired, that's where it consumes him. But you know what? We addressed the position, and again, it might not be. It's a 7th rounder. Right. It's a guy like you said, Cheeto. If this guy makes the roster, then shoot, you did an amazing job that year, because even your 7th rounder is making the roster.
But your roster's that
bad. Right?
That could be the other one. It could be the latter.
Let's hope it's the other way, Cheeto. Let's hope it's the other way right now. And hey, so I'm going to start with Jeff. We addressed the defensive tackle. What do you think, brother?
I mean, I don't know what was there at the time. I mean, if he was the best one available at that time, and that's what it's not going to hurt bringing in more depth and, pushing other players to excel. So, I mean, if he can be a true zero guy and we can somehow keep him, I mean, he's not a small dude. He's a big guy, So if we waited that long to take a nose tackle, then that just tells me that they think whoever's going to play zero technique nose for us in the 3-4 is already on the roster. They're bringing this as a possible,
especially with the move of Lockie.
I mean, for all we know, it could be him. It could be Lockie Tassi that ends up doing it. I mean, it's basically just you push forward, take block.
Yeah, it's too soon to tell who it is. Yeah, but
exactly.
I mean, it's not bad to take this guy in the 7th round. You're not risking it.
No. If they felt as though they needed to draft one, they did. They waited till the end of the draft, but hey, oh well.
But what about the talks from the fans that say that this guy was better than McDonald anyway?
Whoa.
It's grasping that shit. They're trying to justify why we passed on McDonald, but this guy is better.
They're trying to put some cheese on a shit sandwich and pass it off as a fucking deluxe arch.
10th pick into the 7th round. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Or that he was way better than Citrus and.
Are you kidding me?
He was better than Christian Miller from Georgia. Yeah, he was better than that.
Some people are actually saying that.
Yes, this dude was actually the second best D tackle out there.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna get
this. I'll be like, and this is why people.
You know what that is? I'll tell you exactly what that is. I'm not keeping my mouth shut. I changed my mind. You know what that is? Those are the people that just want to say something to say something. Whereas when you asked me earlier about that corner, and I said I don't have anything to say about it because I don't know enough. Those are the people that sit there and say when a player is picked and they talk out their ass and they don't know jack shit about it. I don't know enough about the guy other than the fact that he's big and we took him in the 7th round. And if he works out, he works out. That corner, I didn't know enough about him to talk about him. So I'm not going to say it. I'm going to sit there and say that was a great pick and suck ass like everybody else and just, oh yeah, that was awesome. That's not me. I'm going to sit here and say that I think Genty's in trouble, possibly, with what we brought in for the running backs. I am going to say that. I'm going to go out on a limb with that one.
Yeah, that's a big limb you're going out on.
I'm not going to talk shit about them and say, well, he's the second best defensive tackle in the draft. Maybe even could have gone in the 1st round. Oh, and we took him in number 7, and that's what you think? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Second best defensive tackle.
Thomas and Sue. Yeah, we got him in the 7th.
Yeah.
Hey, the kid, who knows? Nobody expected Max to do what he did, being a 4th rounder. You don't know what you're getting with some of these kids. It's a crapshoot. It's no different than playing a lottery when you draft these players. They work out, they work out. If they don't, oh well. But don't sit there and blow smoke up at me and saying that he's the second best defensive tackle in the game. Get out of here. Those are people just wanting to say something to justify why we passed on all these guys earlier. And then all of a sudden we got the second best in the 7th round.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow. Hey, John Raider saying that the reason McDonald wasn't drafted was because Rob didn't want him.
But even if he didn't, it goes back to it's not just Rob's decision. And this is where people aren't paying attention to what the Raiders are doing. This is a unit. They're making decisions as a unit
together.
Jeff talked about it a couple weeks ago. This is the first time where it's actually Spytek's scouts out there, his people out there doing the scouting this year. Right, they're the ones going out there. They're the ones getting together, making these decisions about who they're going to want. Yes, they're talking to Robbie Lane. Yes, they're talking to Kubiak, right? But ultimately, they're the ones making the decisions based on the kind of players they want for this team, right? It's no knock on McDonald. It's no knock on Stukes, right? Like, oh, we were all surprised. It had nothing to do with him not being good enough. It just a lot of us had our mindset on a wide receiver or that big D tackle. Right, but this team, the way they're thinking, the way they're approaching rebuilding this team, is different than what we think or wanted as fans.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's all it comes down to. Yeah, it's not like he interviewed bad or they found out something in his Instagram he was DMing old ladies. Like it ain't none of that, dog. It ain't none of that. Yeah. It just came down to the fact that this is not the type of player that they felt was going to be beneficial on this team at this point. And that's all it came down to it. And there was no shade to them. It was no shade to them.
I think I saw it, and you got to remember, two things I want to say. One, this just shows me that the scouting team did their homework and really buckled down and got these guys hopefully some gems out of this draft. Okay,
right.
Some gems. The other thing too, I saw a stat that said, I guess our scouting department reviewed like 3,600 player files.
Oh.
I don't know if that was the exact number, but I think
it was some crazy number, yeah.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
So you did see it too, right?
I saw it.
Yeah. So shout out to the scouting department, because so think about it, if these guys pan out that were suggested by the scouts and the guys that we drafted out from that,
I got you, Xavier. Yeah.
To think about it, they definitely did their job. You know, remember last year's draft was done by the prior regime scouting team. This one here was done by our own that was picked by SpyTech, and this has just been amazing. So if they went through that many files, and if all these guys pan out and make the roster, then guess what? They hit a home run.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, there it is. That this was a 3,900. I knew it was in the 3,000.
It was crazy. It was some crazy ass number. Yeah.
Well, hey, those 39 files came up to these names right here, man. This is our 2026 draft class. 10 guys. These 10 guys were selected out of all those 10 files. How do you guys feel about this draft class now that we come after it? You guys have had time to digest it. Jeff, I'm going to start with you.
See me in 3 years.
I get it. But what do you? I don't want to grade. What do you think about it? Like, I'm not asking you for a grade. Did you feel like we addressed issues? Do you think we did a good job? Do you think we did a bad job? What do you think?
I don't think we did a bad job. I think there were some picks that were better than others for sure. I mean, everybody knows where I stand with number one. I mean,
that's right, Edgar.
I hope he works out. You know, seriously, if he starts this year, that'd be awesome, because now I'm really going to see the value for that number one. If he doesn't, then why would we take him at number one? But anyway,
so bitter.
Stooks was the only one that threw me off, because I never even picked his name or heard of his name until they announced it at the draft.
Apparently, Jay told us about Stooks. We just weren't listening.
Huh?
Jay had mentioned him. Yeah.
When?
In one of our shows.
I must have checked out because I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Crawford, I love. Zune, obviously, I fucking fell in love with that pick.
I figured you were gonna fall in love with that dude.
Oh my god, yeah, you kidding me?
He's gonna fall in love with this guy.
That guy, he's awesome. I think he's got a lot of potential. McCoy, again, I think that's for the value of the pick at where we got him and what his potential is. If he gets his shit taken care of, he'll be fine. I love Washington. I love that pick. Dalton Johnson, I don't know enough about. Massis, I know some because I did pick him a few times. Benson, if he makes the team, that's awesome. But in Cleveland, I hope he makes it too. I think we did okay. They addressed the major need, the secondary. It's blaringly obvious. You know, we took
Absolutely.
what? 1, 2, 3. We took 4 defensive backs.
No.
Cheeto.
What's
How
up?
do you feel, man? What do you think? Like, I don't want to grade, because this whole grade thing that you give it a grade, we all know 3 years you got to but what do you think? Do you feel like there was a process, the method to the madness?
I think the entire debate was what needs we were going to fill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a fan base, as a show, as whatever we are, we all had our input about what we wanted, right? Obviously, SpyTech and company felt they wanted to address the secondary this year, and they did. This was the year they addressed the secondary by how many defensive backs we took this draft, and I'm happy with it, because among other positions, this was one that needed to be addressed as well, right? This was definitely an area that needed to be, and that's what you do with drafts, right? We've said it numerous times. You're not going to fill every hole in one draft.
Mm-hmm.
Now the grades are out there. We got an A. We got an A last year. The verdict is still out on last year's draft class, right? The year before that, they were giving us Bs. Think about who we drafted 2 years ago. Are they starting to pan out, right? So I get the grades, and I think I'm with Jeff. It's hard to judge and grade a draft until you start seeing it on the field. The potential's there. The vision, to me, is definitely there, right? In the fact that you got Rob Leonard and his guys. We got the defensive line. We added linebackers that we needed in the free agency, right? We added linebackers. So now they won in the draft and they addressed the secondary. And you added the number one guy in the draft, Fernando Mendoza. You added him. And you got, in my opinion, you got 2 steals. You got 2 steals and you got them both in the 4th round. One with Gerard McCoy and the other one with Washington. I think we really got 2 steals when it comes to the inner part of this draft. I think that's where we really got 2 steals was in those 2 guys, especially if Gerard McCoy ends up playing to the first round talent that he was at, bro. Yeah.
And you know what, Chido? I'm with you, man. For me, it was this. I finally saw a vision. We finally have a game plan. I was like, oh, wait, you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong in the guys that I thought we were going to draft. I thought we were going to go a totally different way. I 100% say it. But at the end of the day, I see a vision. I see what Spytek wanted to do. I see what Kubiak wants to do. Like we said it earlier, man. We want to run the football. We want to play good defense. And we will evaluate what we got for next year. Like, and I like that, man. I like that we are taking a smart approach to this, that people are going to say, oh, start Fernando Mendoza. Why? I ask you this because, you know, like you could sit him on the bench.
Why
Who cares?
not? Why
Let him learn. Yeah.
Why are we sitting him on the bench? Number 1 pick. Why are we wasting the number 1 pick if the guy's going to sit on the bench?
Because the quarterback is the most difficult position to play on that field.
Yep.
Oh, but I thought that he could play right away.
He can. But you don't want to go out there and rush it. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
Jeff, let me ask you this: why would you rush an egg when it's not cooked, man? Let it cook. You already have something in there that you're only paying 20.
No one's telling you that. Jaden Daniels got pushed to start. Why? Who was opposite?
There was nobody in front of
that
him.
year?
Nobody. Howell, I think, was that year, right? Was it Howell? Sam Howell?
Sam Howell.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, and I'd be like, you have a guy that has done it and been successful in the system. Well, why not have him sit and learn?
Yeah. If he comes out in the preseason and he's balling out in the preseason and he's showing he's better than more ready than what we think, then start him.
Yeah.
But if he's a learning curve, if it's a learning curve, then you sit and you wait. It's a learning curve. Right?
Yeah, but he's intelligent. He should be able to pick this up. Remember,
you're just being it. You're going to continue the hater on him the whole year. Yeah, you are. You're doing it right now.
Don't waste my number 1 draft pick on a guy that's not even.
First of all, it ain't yours. It's the teams. It's Spytek's, and they felt he was the best fit for this team, whether you like it or not, Jeffrey.
I've invested 50 years in my life into this team. They better start him right away.
That if you don't like it, then you know where to fucking cheer for. There's a team across the bay from your house.
I'll go.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Just for the record, I saw maybe 5 Patriots fans in Pittsburgh the whole time.
I heard they were recruiting Chargers fans. I heard there was no Chargers fans.
Hey, the Chargers had a good draft, bro. People laugh, but they drafted Messidor. And you had Messidor to that fucking front 4?
Ooh, that's disgusting.
We better be blocking. We better hope our offensive linemen can block those motherfuckers. Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
So we talked about this, man. And you know what, Chido? And you're right. Hey, people come out. We got grades. Look, oh, wow. We got all these A's. We got all these A minuses, all this other crap, right?
Can I just say something? Put the grade back up.
Go ahead, brother.
And you see how Mel Kiper Jr. on there, and he put us with an A, right?
Yeah.
And the entire Raider Nation is ecstatic that Mel Kiper Jr. graded us as an A. But last year, they were bashing the fuck out of him because he blew his lid by how far Shador fell. So last year, Mel Kiper was an idiot, didn't know anything. And now this year, because he gave us an A.
Because he gave us an A. So everybody's like, oh, he's the best. Oh.
See how that shit works?
Yeah.
Right? Last year, Mel Kiper was old. He was a has-been. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And now all of a sudden we're over here. Yeah, Mel Kiper gave us an A.
So But here's the one thing that I do
There's
like.
not a name on there other than him that I know. Who the fuck are these other guys?
I didn't see.
Danny Keller from The Ringer. Is what?
Mel Kiper.
Rob
ESPN,
Ryan, Nate Davis.
Fox Sports.
And Pro Football Focus. Who are these guys?
So you got PFF, NFL, Chad Reuter. Oh, that's Chad Reuter?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, Daniel Jeremiah, guys that I kind of respect a little bit more than Mel Kiper, first of all.
He said they hired Charger fans.
It's facts. Hey, but I'm going to show you guys a little video from TJ Houshmandzadeh, who came out on the Speakeasy podcast.
I can't believe I'm saying this. It's the Raiders.
Wow. Yeah, I like it.
And I'm going to tell you why.
I like it.
When you get you get Fernando Mendoza.
Yep.
And I believe he's going to be a good player. I don't know if he's going to be a generational player, but I believe he will be a good player.
Yep.
But I just feel like when you get Traden Stooks, low key, that dude is really good. He's a hell of a safety. And it kind of, you gloss over him because of Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
He's a really good player. But the biggest thing, when you get a first-round guy in the fourth round, that's a win. Jamal McCoy may end up being, if he stays healthy, one of the best defensive players in his class.
Okay.
You look at his college career, go back to Oregon State. Kid comes from Texas to Oregon State. Ton of interceptions at Oregon State. Transfers to Tennessee and does the same thing against supposed better competition. And then obviously he missed this past season because of his knee injury. Big, fast, and he gets his hands on the ball. He intercepts the ball. And so I just feel like you get those two pieces in the secondary. Those dudes, if they stay healthy, Stooks and McCoy, are going to be 10-year players minimum in the league. And with Mendoza going with Kubiak, I truly believe he's going to have a good to great career because of the coach, because they're going to run the ball. They draft the running back, Mike Washington Jr. So now him and Ashton Genty going to split time the same way they did it in Seattle with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. So I didn't think I would say the Raiders. But I really, really like what the Raiders have done on the defensive side of the ball.
Damn, TJ sounds so smart. TJ Houshmandzadeh sounds so smart. But he kept it real, though, to just what he was saying about Mendoza. He didn't call him generational. He didn't call him the Messiah, the Halo, and the thing. He said he could be good, if not great, with Coach Kubiak. Yeah.
No, and you know what? Like, TJ came out, and it's like you guys said. I like that he kept it a buck. He said, hey, this guy might not be generational, but if this does happen, if McCoy pans out, if everything goes according to the Raiders' plan, this might be the best draft that they've had in a long time.
Not only that, but somebody pointed this out to me. And I guess when you really pay attention, he calls it the Brady effect. And I just told you what our last two grades were for our draft, right? And Brady got here, what, 2-3 years ago?
Yep.
Okay. So before that, before the Brady effect, all our grades, if you look at them, were like C's, C minuses. What the hell are they doing? But now that Brady's associated with his team, the national media seems to have changed their tune a little bit. Right? The Brady effect, dog. The Brady effect. Yeah.
I can't disagree with that, man. The Brady effect does happen. But you know what? Undrafted signings, and you know what? I got some sources.
The Tokyo Toe!
Let's go.
Toe, baby. Let's go.
So
I wanted the Tokyo Toe, man.
Roman Hemby.
Yeah, the running back
out of Indiana. EJ Williams, wide receiver out of Indiana.
EJ Williams is actually, if you watch the pro day when the Raiders went to go see Mendoza, that first throw he threw deep was to EJ Williams. Yeah. So the Raiders must have seen something in him in that pro day and in Hemby that put them on their radar so that if they did go, maybe if they had to draft them in the 7th, but obviously they didn't have to. But they saw something good in those two kids. And that's why Mendoza did his pro day. to give kids like Hemby and like Williams an opportunity to go somewhere else. So.
Then we go Gary Smith, defensive tackle, UCLA. Matt Laufer, tight end, Boise State. Isaiah Jada, offensive tackle, BYU. I can't fucking say that name.
Kenzei Masuyawa.
Kicker,
the Dodger fan who
yes,
knows
sir.
a lot of Japanese apparently nowadays.
So
look at that.
Go ahead.
Drafted another long snapper, or picked up another long snapper.
Yeah.
Sawyer Robertson, the quarterback out of Baylor.
Mm-hmm. They got the long snapper, Tyler Duzansky, long snapper out of Penn State. They got
you did, Joe.
Two more safeties, David Lafayette, Tanner Wall, Troy BYU. They got another corner, Caleb Orford, Kennesaw State. They got a defensive end, Sion Stone, North Carolina. They got Chase Roberts, wide receiver, BYU, Corey Rucker, wide receiver, Arkansas, Justin Pickett.
When we go to Chase Roberts, I know he's the same size as Puka, but he's not Puka. Like, let's relax before people start calling him Puka. Okay? Like, chill. Yeah. Go ahead.
You got Corey Rucker, wide receiver, Arkansas. Justin Pickett, offensive line, Duke. You got Xavier Zore, linebacker, Arkansas. Jacob Clark, quarterback, Mississippi State. And Missouri State, sorry. I couldn't read it.
Yeah,
Chris Thomas, linebacker, Maine. So
we got
those
another quarterback, Jacob Clark out of Missouri State. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So as you guys see this UDFA, what do you guys think about these guys that we're bringing in? I mean, like, hey, I know that a lot of people are going to say, oh, they're just UDFAs. Well, some of these guys are going to make the roster.
You hope.
You hope, right? Well, and honestly, some of them will, Chido. I'll be like, I do believe like one or two will make it.
You know what? I kind of hope they do, so we don't go spend money on some old ass motherfucker that's going to take up space on our team.
Right?
No more fucking Raider scholarships. I'd rather have one of these undrafted kids, give them a chance to try and prove it, than going out there to reach for one of these guys that are named on the free agency list. You know, that people say, oh, we should bring them in now. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can probably name 2, maybe 3 on here that'll probably make the roster.
Hit me with it, Jeff. What 2 or 3 names you see on that can make the roster?
The Tokyo Toe, Hemby will make the roster, and maybe that tight end.
I think Williams will make the roster. I think EJ Williams will.
All right, so we'll go 4.
Yeah.
So I'm with you guys. I think that Tokyo Joe is kind of an interesting
Tokyo Toe.
T-O-E? Tokyo Toe. All right. Is really interesting because we let go of Carlson. You know, and everybody was talking about Sam Gay being our kicker and like was complaining about Sam Gay being our kicker. And like now you bring in this young man that's learning to kick, that is an actual soccer style kicker. And I don't know why, but it's a big thing now in the NFL to get those guys. Like Aubrey is a soccer style kicker. He's a soccer player that, you know, so again, I see that and I'm like, okay, maybe we did find Carlson's replacement as a UDFA, which saves us a ton of cash, right? So when we look at all that, man, I think you guys are right. I think we'll see 1, 2. I hope that more of them make it because I don't want to sign a bunch of old guys to come in and fill spots too, you know, and us lose more money.
We had a long snapper, Jay. Jay said we needed a long snapper. We signed Alex Ward back in back in January.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't like what they see. A little competition doesn't hurt nobody.
He's 27. He's only been in the league 4 years.
Yeah.
But as these whole weekend's festivities and everything, man, how does it make you guys feel after everything that we've gone through? You know, do you guys feel we're moving in a positive direction? Do you guys feel like this team is together? Chido has said it repeatedly that he really feels like this organization has changed now, especially from the Carroll era where people were saying there's a lot of dysfunction from the top down. I really do feel like there's a lot of functional parts now, and we actually look like a fucking machine, you know, like, hey, we're going forward. So guys, I just want to get your guys' thoughts. Jeff, you're the senior statesman. You've been the Raiders fans the longest. You've seen
He
us
call you the old guy. That's
Yeah,
a
he's the
nice way of
fucking
calling
old-
you old. The senior statesman.
Hey, you
Jeff
did
was like, what the fuck?
Right.
Hey,
We don't like just look at each other like, what the fuck?
you're the grandpa here. Hey, let us know, Jeff. I'd be like, Spy Tech coming in. I mean, like, you've seen it, man. You've seen this team for the last 40 fucking years.
50.
What do you think, man? I'd be like, what do you think about him freaking running the organization the way it's looking now than it did last year?
I know we've used this term before, but where we've said that there's adults in the room now.
Said that last year.
Yeah, I think at this point, there's a CEO in the room, and I think that's Spy Tech. Spy Tech's running this like a business. He's calling all the shots, it seems. Yeah, I know he might have to check in with Brady or whatever because Brady is in charge of football operations. But you can see Spy Tech's thumbprint all over this entire draft this time. A lot of these picks. Now that I've had a few days to look it over and see what we did, I'm not scratching my head as much as I was in the moment of these picks happening and when I finally caught up to what was done on the draft while I was out there. But now I'm seeing that this is, the only one that kind of shocked me was the move in the second round. But now I kind of get it after I'm hearing everybody talk about the kid and everything. So you can tell last year was not Spy Tech's draft. This was his scouting department doing their best. The writing's on the wall that we're going in the right direction. Let's just see it transform from where we are right now to getting these guys all under contract, sign them all, and let's get into training camp. And then we'll start really digging in and seeing what's going on, who's doing well, who's moving up, who's earning their shield. Let's see who earns their shield. Let's see who earns it and keeps it and what we can really pull. I think there's a good shot that a lot of these guys we drafted are going to make this roster because these guys are not void of talent. These guys all have talent for specific reasons. The only one that might not obviously play or pan out this year because of his injury, if he does elect to do it, is McCoy. That's the only one that's a question mark right now as to what ultimately happens with him. Do I feel good right now? Yeah, I do. But again, talk to me when the training camps gets going and we stop preseason games and we really see what this team looks like on the field. But I feel good.
Cheeto, same question for you, my brother.
Definitely hope Spy Tech has a history of, being a part of an organization who builds good team. You look at from the Broncos to Tampa Bay. That's what he was brought in here for, to do this. This year feels different and that you get to see that it's more him, not so much Pete. I think if you let him pick last year, I don't think he picks Ashton Chensey at number 6. I don't think he does. So definitely see more of his thumbprint with this team. But then again, I got to see it on the field. I think Arnie asked it earlier, like how many of these guys are here 4 years later.
Yep.
And I think that's the key to a successful draft, and it starts with last year, And by that I mean they don't even have to be superstars. They don't all have to turn into max. But how many of these guys are going to be contributors? How many of these guys are going to be role players with this team moving forward? If you look at Seattle was a unit. They were a complete team, right? So that's what we want from these guys, not just everything being on the shoulders of Max or on the shoulders of Genty. Now you can see them putting a team together, which I like and I hope to see. So to answer Arnie's questions, I hope we see all of them still here with this team in 4 years, right? I hope to see the majority of them contributing one way or another, even going back to last year's draft. And that goes from rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. To me, anything after that, 5, 6, and 7, you're hoping one of those guys hits. They're hoping they contribute, whether it be special teams or, whatever moments it might be. But it's time to see the results. Like Jeff said, I'm waiting for training camp, but not even training camp because we're going to get the reports about how Mendoza looks good in those shorts, right? How that ball, how that spiral on the ball has never been so tight since the days of Kurt Warner.
The ball is zooming through the air, just
like,
knifing through the defense.
Probably when there's competition out against them.
Yeah. So when you see the joint practices, which I hope they do again, when you see the first preseason game, when they name a starting 5 on the offensive line.
Yes.
You know?
Wait until 5 months into the season.
Yes.
Which is basically the last month of the season to decide, hey, these are going to be our starting 5.
Right. Yeah. That's when I want to start to see and then see a trend.
My hope was all dashed last year after the first preseason game. Seriously.
Hey, Jeff, I'm going to ask you that same question. Hey, how many of these guys do you see staying on this roster for 4 years? How many of these guys do you actually see that will make it 4 years?
I mean, there's quite a few of them, to be honest with you, based on their pure talent and what they have. It's how they fit with the team is what it comes down to. They still are talented players. If they don't fit the system, or if they can't make themselves fit into the system, they may play themselves out of being on the team. That is a very well possible situation. I mean, like Leo said, you definitely expect your first rounder, your second, sometimes, your third and your fourth rounder. You expect those guys to make the team and be major contributors. So I think anything after that, if they don't make the team and they're not here after 4 years, oh, well, you were drafted late for a reason. You weren't good enough to make that top echelon ranking in the draft to get yourself to that point. I don't know, maybe 3, 4. Hopefully, I'd love for all seven round guys, all of them to make it. That'd be the ultimate. I mean, you talk about now you got an A+ on the draft. If you go 4 years from now or even 3 years from now, and everybody we drafted, not undrafted, but everybody we drafted between round 1 and 7 is still in this roster. That's one.
That's a crazy stat right there. Like you said, 1 through 7, all of 10 guys making the roster.
I'm not saying they're going to. I'm just saying if that happened,
it would be nice. It would
no. I said that would be crazy. That would be like that would be
unheard of, though.
Yeah, it's 20% of your roster.
But you know what? We fall into the same thing every year. We look at the draft. Oh, this is gonna be a good year. We did good. We good. And
Dylan Lobby was CMC 2.0. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. How's that?
Hey,
how's that
look
working?
at X. It says, when we release most of our last year's squad, you will know how good the draft went.
But not even then, because our squad was so bad last year that I would hope these guys were better than the guys we had last year.
Absolutely. But hey, Jeff, I see you have some pictures loaded up, man.
I just wanted to throw these up here real quick while I was with you.
Hey, the future of AOC, man, doesn't look very bright right now.
Hey, what, do you not see how many are on the roster now? We got like 5 quarterbacks on the roster.
Yeah.
5, 6.
Honestly, if nobody trades for him, I could see him getting released and then signing somewhere else. Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah. He won't be unemployed for long. He'll get picked.
And I'd be like, the writing was on the wall kind of when you bring in Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is going to be the starter. Even at
I don't know, man. Some people really believed in him that he was going to beat out both Cousins and Mendoza. We just never gave him the proper chance. Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? Dude, let's not even go down that rabbit hole, bro. Because I mean, like, people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, this and that," and I mean, like, I get it. He went through a bunch of coordinators. He's gone through a lot of changes, stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that he's had a bunch of success,
right?
So let's just leave it at that.
He's the chief killer, bro. AOC, the chief killer.
Oh, you mean when we run the football? Absolutely.
He's gonna go sign on with Buffalo, and then when Josh Allen gets hurt, he's gonna beat the Chiefs.
Hey, or he's going to go to the Chiefs and be Pat Mahomes' freaking backup like Minshew was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
You know what? I would not be surprised if that's where he ends up.
I'd be like, with the Chiefs?
Oh,
yeah.
Either.
That would be absolutely hilarious. So let me just bring this up real quick. So this is.
Hey, I know that belly.
Yeah, this big guy on the left here.
No, the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I know
why is my Asian friend wearing sleeves? Was it cold
That's
out
what
there?
I said to him. I said, I expected you to be in a sleeveless shirt. I'm the one that's in the sleeveless shirt.
Yeah.
I'm always so. But yeah, this was before round one started way before. They had just gotten there.
And peep out how high the socks are on 805. Okay.
Hey, bro.
The higher the sock, the downer the full.
Hey.
I don't know what Chris is doing over there with his ankle socks, but come on, man.
I was about to say to you, I'm like, don't be hating on the high socks, bro. I love.
No. He's from, you could tell it was from Cali in that picture.
The only thing Severe had for Raiders was his hat.
That's severe. That's severe in general, bro. It's always just the hat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it was really cool to meet these guys.
Whatever, brother. Yeah.
After being in their chats for so long, and that we were able to hook up like this. And then after we left here, we went to that Redbeards, and they had an upstairs section, and that's where we were sitting outside, myself, Anthony, Dawn, and Christy, and we wait for our food to come out. So 805 was hammered already at this point. So he goes upstairs with everybody, and literally like every 5 minutes he'd come downstairs and go, "Hey, when you're done eating, come on upstairs. We're just kind of chilling up there right now." And, all right. Made to go back upstairs. Anthony looked at his watch. He goes, "Probably be back down in 5 more minutes." Sure as shit, you'd see him coming down the stairs, come out to you. Yeah. So when you're done, come chill, come upstairs. It's like, dude, we know. But yeah, that was a lot of fun meeting up with them guys. It was a good time. They're hilarious, the three of them together. Chris is fucking funny. Chris is in his one-liners, man. He was just singing people. Every time a super fan would walk by, we'd all point him out to him, and he'd just look and go, "Jesus Christ!" He loves the super fans. So I wanted to do this because I think it's fitting with what we just went through, going through the draft picks and the undrafted players, that I wanted to kind of end it with this tonight, with the hope that these guys that we're drafting and guys that are on the roster now that are our stars eventually end up at the place that I went to on Saturday. So at the Hall of Fame, that's the goal every player has, is to eventually make it to the Hall of Fame. And I hope some of these guys do make it to the Hall of Fame at some point. So this is outside the front entrance with Dawn and myself, obviously. We took this picture. This was before we went inside. But I wanted to bring up 3 significant heads and 1 piece of equipment that I saw.
Busts or heads?
The busts. This is Art Shell's helmet from the Super Bowl. I forget. I think it was, oh shit, what year was that?
Bro, look at the gash on the right side.
Yeah, I took pictures all the way around it. So I took a picture from the front, the left, the back, and the right side. And when I tell you that helmet looks like I could just take it and squeeze it, that's what it looks like. It looks like it's just made of mush. It's just so cracked and beat up. It's insane how much damage that was to that helmet. I can't make it any
back when it was physical and they fucking practiced just as hard as they played.
Yeah. But that's what his helmet looked like at the end of one of the Super Bowls. I forget which one it was. So the other ones I wanted to bring up is this one, Tom Flores. I went with 3 major icons for the organization.
Hey, how funny you went with Flores, and he's 15, and our new quarterback, who you absolutely 15. Love, is going to be wearing 15 in his honor.
And I, in all honesty, I get why you're saying it. What I do is I took a picture of every single player that was in the Hall of Fame that was ever on the Raiders. So even if they were here for like 1 year, 2 years, whatever, they still were a Raider.
Randy Moss too?
Yeah, I did. And then I took pictures of players that meant something to me.
Warren Sapp?
Yeah, unfortunately, I did.
Hey, hold on, James Furpo.
Raiders.
We got to change.
James Furpo. What's up, James Furpo? I wanted to take pictures of all the Raider players, and I took pictures of players that I admired as players. Like I got Peyton Manning. I've got, obviously
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's not in there yet. But I got like John. Like some people be like, "Oh, see, he's a Patriots fan." I took a picture of John Hanna, probably one of the greatest offensive linemen to ever play the game. And I don't offensive.
John Hanna. Oh, dude, he was a beast.
His brother Charlie played for the Raiders. Charlie Hanna. You know, so I took pictures of a lot of those guys too. But so this is one of them. And this
Hanna
is
played in the 80s, bro. He's a beast.
I got good old Johnny Madden. And Warren Moon's above him. I got his picture too. Reggie White is right next to John Madden. So there's that one. And we're going to finish it off with the godfather of them all, Al Davis. And it is a creepy looking bust. In person, it's creepy looking. It really is. One lady said,
no lie.
Kids.
Scared the kids?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And who is he sitting next to?
I don't remember without looking. I forget who went in the same year off the top of my head. Obviously, I got Howie Long, too. I got one of Dawn because he was at the highest pot. So luckily, I had my selfie stick so I could extend my phone up and get a front view picture like this. Other than that, I'd have to hold it, and then I'd never get the right picture. But I got a picture of her standing underneath it with her Howie Long jersey that Leo sent us. So she was all happy. She took off. Once we got into the bust area, she took off running to find it. She wanted to see. She was so excited. But
so
yeah,
that's
one place. Yeah, that's one place there. If anybody ever goes to Cleveland for a Raiders Cleveland game, you got to go to the Hall of Fame. It's only about 45 minutes away from there. You will not regret going there. That was an unbelievable trip. From start to finish, the whole trip was just amazing. The Hall of Fame was the icing on the cake at the last day, full day there. That's what we did on Saturday. We went to the Hall of Fame, and I'm so glad we did. It was amazing to see the history. If you're into history of the game itself, if you're a true football fan and not just a fan of a particular team, but if you're a true football aficionado, you got to go to the Hall of Fame. It's a once in a lifetime thing. So, hi Raquel.
Hey Raquel.
Hello, my loves.
Yeah, I don't know who used model for Al Davis, but it don't look like him.
Yeah, some of those busts trip me out.
That's kind of weird, right? Like does it give you like that little creepy feeling or whatever it is, like when you're looking at it, Jeff?
Yeah. When I first turned the corner into where they were, the first thing that hit my head was John Madden's induction ceremony speech. When he talks about how he always envisions that when the last person leaves the Hall of Fame at night and they shut the lights off, all the busts come alive and they start talking to each other. And that's the first thing I thought of when I first saw them in person for, really right there in front of me. That's the first thing I thought of. So I was like, could you imagine that if that actually happens? Because they're so close together that they could just sit there and talk. And it's just my mind was running just thinking of that. I'm like, that'd be fucking awesome. The conversations that would be had in there.
That man. That's what was the most the best thing about it? The best part of the whole part for you for Canton?
Seeing how much Raider history was in there, to be honest with you. How much history of the Raiders is in there? How much of an impact Al Davis was to the NFL? And even for me on a home base level, there was an NFL team here in Rhode Island called the Providence Steamrollers. So I made sure to get all the images of that too while we were there.
The Providence what?
The Providence Steamrollers. They were professional. They were in the league for 5 years, and they won the championship by year 3. And then a lot of those teams back then folded fast because they just couldn't keep.
They were AFL or they were the other one?
Part of the NFL. They were part of a professional football league. Yeah.
Well, you know how they were both their own until they merged?
Yeah. But, yeah, if you go in there and it's just how much history the Raiders are a part of the NFL. Some good, some bad. There were 2 busts I wasn't able to get a picture of, and that was Fred Biletnikoff and George Blanda. because both of those busts were actually at the draft. Because they had, I took a picture of where they were, and they had a sign there that the bus is out for the draft. What they did was
so they took Blandas and Freddie B's over to
any player in the NFL that was from the Western Pennsylvania area, they were representing them at the bus. So if you look at some of the guys that were coming in to do the announcing, like Matt Millen, that's why Matt Millen was there, because he's from Western Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Draft pick, and that's the only reason he was there was because of that. So all these guys that came up and announced draft picks for their respective teams all came from Western Pennsylvania, except for the Steelers, because it was the Steelers and they just had their and the former greats come up.
So, Chido, let me ask you this. You've been to the draft before, right? You were the one in Las Vegas?
Detroit and Las Vegas.
So did they do that at those as well, where they brought out the bus from the local people there and had those up? Or is this more like a local thing, do you think?
Vegas was after COVID, so things were still a little iffy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had the big concert. They had all that stuff. I didn't see any of the other stuff. When I went to Detroit, they did have all that stuff out there, the whole fanfare, the whole meet and greet, Barry Sanders, different stuff like that. Detroit was a hometown, so it was just different. Yeah.
Okay. Like, I hope to be able to make it to one of those events this year or 1 year and see what happens, man. But
Washington D.C. next year.
Oh man, we'll see what happens, man. I hope to be able to make it.
He's gonna have to coordinate it with his travel brigade schedule.
No, I gotta coordinate it with my job.
Right,
Hey, I gotta make money. I work Saturdays, bro. I work Saturdays. I gotta save all my money for the season. I'm not Cheeto Prada. I'm like, shoot, everybody got a Cheeto shirt. Hey, and I would tell you guys what. Hey, if you guys are on here, man, make sure you support my boy Cheeto. He has one of the hottest shirts with Mendoza that I have seen on the market so far. It is fucking everywhere. He has it on his Cheeto. What is that thing? The little thread
channel.
His Cheeto channel.
It's called the Cheeto merch drops. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you guys log in, man. He has it on his Instagram, and make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe on all of them. I'm already broke, and the season has to start.
Hey, but she needs to get her ass back to work. That's why she broke.
That's why I'm working, but over here, make sure we're all broke.
Yeah.
Man. I'm gotta make sure we work. But hey, guys, let me ask you guys this, man. We're gonna take a little break. I know that we're going to take a break until June at least. We said June 2nd, something like that. Or we might do a little special at the end if we all see each other in Reno or something like that, or live in Reno. What are you guys going to be up to for the next month?
I have the summer kickoff coming up at the middle of this month. So those of you that will be going to Bakersfield, summer kickoff, get your tickets. I will be there. This will be my third year working it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'll be up there for the summer. Yeah.
Any special drops going off?
There will be an exclusive drop that day for the summer kickoff. And I probably won't say anything until 2-3 days before. Yeah. But there's definitely going to be a special exclusive drop for the summer kickoff.
So how are you going to release it? How are we going to know that if there's a special drop for the summer kickoff, Cheeto?
Oh, you go on my Instagram page, you will see it. Go on my Instagram page, follow me. There will probably be some goofy ass reel, either that or I'll have MC wear it, and then you'll see it. You'll see it from there, and then that's how you'll know. Mm-hmm.
All right, you see
right here. This is Raquel and cut it.
Raquel says she needs that Mendoza shirt in a V-neck.
Yeah,
do you do women's shirts too, Cheeto?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah, I do women's shirts too.
Okay, there you go, man.
Hey, I said after COVID. That's when it was in Vegas. That's what I said. So if you would listen, you would know. Okay. Yeah. And by the way, I hope you're happy. Tyree Wilson, the guy you were all happy and hype on, is a New Orleans Saints. If you still want to believe in him, go ahead.
So
know that we told you about Tyree. Go ahead, guys.
So dumb.
Hey, Jeff, what do you got going on for the next month, brother?
Nothing.
Wow. Nothing. Just taking a
thing coming up. It's May 13th. It'll be the last made a connection
release.
for a while. We're going to take a break on Wednesdays from that. The only other thing in May for me is mine and Dawn's, my daughter's, and my grandson's birthdays are all in May. He turns 1. And Memorial Day weekend.
Jeff, come to Reno.
Yeah, come to Reno, Jeff. Let's go.
I just went to Pittsburgh. I spent every dime in that. Oh my God. I wish I could.
Careful, Jaw. Careful, Jaw. Some people like to call us fake Raider fans for not believing in Tyree.
Oh my God.
He was a worthless pick from the moment they said Raiders are taking Tyree Wilson. From that moment on.
Right. Hey, Jeff, you need to be more positive if you're going to be a Raider fan around here. Okay.
I'm going to tell you, man. I
was
was at work.
It's not looking like they're supposed to look on the field. Then I'll be positive. Until then, I'll be the same
grumpy get off my lawn guy.
Yeah. When they traded Tyree, bro, I was at work and my son came by and he was like, Dad, the Raiders just traded Tyree Wilson. And I said, shut the fuck up. Somebody took that dude. Are you sure? I was like, who did we leave the bag to? Because we just got the bag. And they were like, he's like, to the Saints. And I was like, wow, bro. This guy made some things happen. I didn't think that anybody would take Tyree in a trade.
Right?
I thought really he was going to get released. I thought we were going to eat that money and not get anything back, but to be able to move up and get a player, because that's where we got the corner, right, from Cal. Or was it in the 5th round?
What?
Right? Was it the corner from Cal that we did it with?
Yeah,
we traded him with.
Wasn't it a 7th rounder for him?
I think I can't remember exactly how the deal went down. I think we
made a few trades late in the draft.
We made a few towards in the.
But
yeah, and the Saints declined his 5th-year option to the trade.
Yeah, they did.
So they declined his 5th year. They basically just did it to like get another guy off their roster and eat the money.
He's got to prove it. Yeah, eat the money.
Yep. So I'm like, hey, that's going to be an interesting thing, man. But hey, guys, man.
Yeah, it was the 5th rounder. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 5th rounder because we moved up in the 5th and then we traded a 7th and Tyree Wilson.
Yeah, we traded a 7th and Tyree.
Yeah, we traded on.
Yeah. Which, you know what? At the end of the day, I was like, wow. Like, bro, like that really shocked me that somebody took him and that somebody did it. So, hey, good on John Spytek. But I'm like you guys, man. All I got is going on is dude, I don't have very much going on except for the international football show that I'm doing with my former players and coaches and stuff like that I've worked with overseas. And that's pretty much it, man. Nothing Raiders related, just going on vacation with my family and enjoying some time. And I hope you guys do as well, bro. I hope you guys go out. I know that, Cheeto, you're a big family guy, man. I hope that
he's got time to go on vacation, Jeff.
Yeah, I do.
Raider draft.
Hey,
what a Raider fan. What a Raider fan.
I am, man. I'm such a bad Raiders fan. Gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Darn it. Hey. But I hope you guys do take some family time, man. I hope you guys have some great times with your family. Enjoy this, man. Enjoy this break. I know that you guys put in a lot of work, and I want to tell you guys, man, how much I appreciate you guys. I'm like just, letting me jump on with you guys and do a show, and you guys have really like helped me out a lot, man. And I really do appreciate it, fellas. I really hope you guys enjoy your time off, and man, I can't wait to get back at it when we're energized and there's some stuff going on with the Raider season.
Absolutely.
So
what was the verdict? Though we're taking a break from this from here on, right?
Yeah, I think this will be our last
Reno.
Season.
Yeah,
so after Reno, so we're gonna go June 2nd, I believe we'll be back on.
Yeah.
So we'll all be back on Tuesday nights on June 2nd.
Yep. We'll be all back together, man. Catch up, see what's going on. I'll be like, I'm here. I'm sure I'll hear a lot of great things about summer kickoff and the Cheeto Lounge. I heard the Cheeto Lounge might have an extension this year. So I'd be like, who knows? Who knows what goes down in the Cheeto Lounge? Maybe he gives us some back behind the scenes looks of the Cheeto Lounge. It brings it to. So it should be interesting, man. But
hey, for real, Spytek getting busy. He got picks for Geno and Tyree.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. Yeah. But hey, fellas. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love.
Yeah. So we'll see you on the Most Notorious show again in June 2nd.
Yeah. So June 2nd, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. We got to be going 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll bring you guys all the latest and greatest, man, of everything.
Don't we have a president's meeting that day? Isn't that the first Tuesday of the month?
Oh, that's true. So we'll be actually an hour behind. So we're going to start it at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Standard Time. And, hey, we'll get it out there, man, and we'll let you guys know exactly what's going on.
Well, we would still be going on at 10. Meeting's over sometimes 5 minutes after it starts.
It all depends on how long that meeting goes. But yeah.
It shouldn't be that long.
Shouldn't be that long. We'll figure it out.
Same old,
but we
same
should.
old.
Yeah. But hey, before we go, man, like I said, make sure you stop by the Cheeto store, man. I want to hear that this man has sold 100 shirts by the next time we do a show. Hopefully, man, I'll be like, hey, my man is out there putting in hard work. I seen the drops, guys. Make sure that you guys are supporting a brother, man. All this hard work has to go somewhere. So at the end of the day, man, it's all about the Raiders. Let's fucking go, baby.
Stay safe. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Don't drink and drive on Memorial Day weekend either.
Call your Lyft drivers.
Yep.